Okay, here we are again, back inside Matrix Gold. Hope the videos are helping your designing process. If they are, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button, tap on that notification bell, leave me a like, and absolutely leave me a comment. Really appreciate it. Also, if you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee, right down around in here, there's a super thanks button. Go ahead and tap on that and give me some coffee. We're going to be doing a lot of Clayoo here, and you'll see that Clayoo can create some time issues. So a cup of coffee is nice to have. Mastering Matrix Gold, a smooth transition from Matrix. Our third session already will be on Tuesday, March 12th. At 11 a.m. Central USA time, so check your time zones. If you're an active member of the Academy, you are more than welcome to attend the show. And it'll be open to anybody that has an active membership. And we are going to dive into a lot of the commands as far as parametric commands, what the differences are between the old M9 and the MG commands, the parametric commands, and do some designing in there as well. So hopefully going to throw in some golden nuggets. So please, if you're available on March 12th, Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central USA time, go ahead and I'll put a link below for the registration. So please check that out. Let's go ahead and get started on today's project. Okay, let's get back in this. I was recording a video earlier and we just started having an earthquake, and it was kind of difficult to work with the computer with the screen bumping all over the place. So let's get going on this. We're going to go back to Clayoo again on this particular video here, and we've already did all the primitives, so if you haven't seen that yet, go back and check that. And in our creation we did the append face, which is very useful, and we will design some things like that with this in the future. And we did from curve our last video here, so now we're going to move on from to curves, right? And like last time, before we get going, we're going to go ahead and set this up. So we'll go to tools, we'll grab a ring rail. And once that loads up, we'll just go ahead and take that default, and we'll just grab, we'll go back to gems, and we'll go gem on ring rail again. And this one we'll just kind of bump down just a little bit, and then go ahead and accept that. We'll go back to tools and activate our outside ring rail. And this one, what we're going to do is we're going to bring it up a little bit to the top of our girdle, around the top of our girdle, something like that. And we're going to go ahead and make it a little thicker because we want the customer to be able to hand it down to their youngins. So we'll go 2.5, and then we'll just click on that, right? All right, I have snaps deactivated and grid snaps, so all the snaps are off, and I have record history on. So we're going to go to our curves, and we'll just go to a freeform curve, and we'll change it to our creation layer to keep everything organized. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it to the outside just a little bit, and well, we'll just go ahead and select it from our top view, something like, so we know it's at our C plane right there. And we'll take it out just a little bit to this side, and we'll just kind of, first one I'm going to hold down shift and go straight across to, so it's right around my inside ring rail. And I'm just going to click there and then just kind of start drawing a curve out here. And I'm going to have it come in, and we're going to have it go something like this here, I think. All right, and we might as well go ahead and rebuild that just a little bit, see what it does for, and that looks good. It was 10 points. We'll drop it down to 7, and we'll take that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go ahead, this right here though, kind of, let's go ahead and put our points on. I don't want that bumped back so much, so let's go ahead, activate our gumball there. And then kind of, I just want it kind of straight in a little bit, something like that. So I'll get rid of those points by hitting escape. And then we'll take this curve and we will go to offset. And we have it offset there, and we'll just kind of bump it out to maybe around 1.5, and we'll just go ahead and, it's 1.6, but and we'll take this and we'll just go ahead and turn on points, boatload of points there. So let's go ahead and rebuild this one real quick. And I think we'll just keep it at the same there. And this part here, what we want to do is kind of bring it over a little bit more, something like that. And we'll take this one out just a little, give it a little nice curve in there, and we'll just say that's good. Actually, no, we won't. We're going to take this one and delete it. Forgot. We're going to do it a different way. You can do it that way, but we'll just do it this way. We'll just do it with this one curve right here. But we'll be using the two curves because we're going to curve from two views. So we're going to select this curve here. We're going to go to here, and we'll take that. And we'll just go ahead and click on it. Then we'll select that curve, and we will go to our trim action here. We want the top curve to go all the way where it was originally, but we're going to take this bottom one and drag it up something just below our C-plane there, and we'll just go ahead and take that. Now what we're going to do is go back to our curve from two views, select on that, select that curve of the C-plane there, and then go up to our outside ring rail, and then we'll just take that and we'll select that one, and we'll go back to our trim command, and we will take that top part again back out to where it was originally was, and then we'll take the bottom up something where it's pretty close to this one here, and we'll take that. Okay, now we'll go ahead into Clayoo, and we'll activate Clayoo by hitting our C there, and once that's loaded up, all our commands will be shown in any viewport that we move to, and we will go to creation from two curves, and then we will select this curve and then hit enter, right? And what we want to watch for is if we go to our segments here, you can see that we want the least amount of segments, but it's kind of bowing in there, right? We want to keep it as close to as our curve, but with the least amount of segments as possible. So we'll say something like this, and then for 4, we'll take that down to maybe just 3. Make it real easy for us. The least amount of vertices, the better. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and take that. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and select that surface since I have my total object selected right here. And we'll go ahead and change that to green so we have it in a green layer. I'll go ahead and take my yellow and I'll turn that to gray, and we'll turn that off, and then I will go over here and bring back my ring rail by going to my dynamic commands, going to the 3 dots there, and then hit show, and then going to my ring rail on the inside ring rail, and then hit show there. So now both my ring rails are out, but I'm going to go ahead and hide them. All right, and so we have this surface here. If we give it some shading, we can kind of see what it's looking like here. Something like that, and we have a nice little inset there, and that should be good. All right, so that'll give us our channel set, right, look that we're going to go for. So we'll go back to box mode here. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and select that well, before we do that, let's go ahead and go to our edit, and we'll do a shell with this here, surface here, and we'll hit enter. Now this, what we want to do is we want to watch see how thick, wide our item is this way, right? That's probably, because this up here will be easier to edit than this down here. So what I'm going to do is kind of keep an eye on my thickness here. From this view here and this one here, and then kind of play around with this command. So I'm going to bring it in a little bit. So that's 2 millimeters. Maybe I want it a little bit thicker. I don't want it that thick. So we got about a 2.5 millimeter, something like that. Almost 2.5. That's probably okay. So if we turn on our smooth mode, we can kind of see what we're getting already, which is by itself pretty decent. So we'll go ahead back to box mode, and we'll just go ahead and select this. Now we can do all kind of manipulation with it. We'll go to ghosted mode so that we can kind of see all the verts and all the lines and everything all the way through it, right? It's just kind of maybe an easy way to do it. So let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of maybe give this a little bit more character. So let's see, it's got a good, nice little bow on it, but let's bring that up a little bit maybe. So let's go ahead to our face mode, select these verts here, just kind of going around here, and we're going to go to our norm. So we're just going to, well, that's going to take the entire surface up. Let's grab our line right here. Just grab these. Not that one, this one. And then kind of, let's take this straight up. Something like that. So it gives us something like this. We can kind of get in here and take a look. And it gives us a nice little ledge there to be able to set that stone down, right? Okay, so we'll take that and we'll go back to here. And we'll go ahead and select this line here. I don't want that one. I want this one, this one. There's other commands we can use to select these lines, but we'll get into that a little bit later. I'm holding down Shift and just going through and clicking the ones that I want. I want this shank to be a little bit thinner, but I want this top part to be a little bit wider, something like that. Right? And then over here, maybe, these two make this just a little bit wider, so it kind of bumps out a little bit, right? And if I go to my shaded mode, we can kind of see that it gives it a nice little shape, but we have a nice, a little bit thinner shank here. We can go back to our box mode, go to our points, and maybe our right side would probably be the better view for this. And let's take this inside here just a little bit. So I'm selecting all those verts right in there, and I'm just going to bring this back in a little bit. Just kind of clean it up a little bit because I want it just a little bit thinner right in here. So it gives us something like, if I go to shaded mode and go to smooth, we can see that it kind of has a little bit thicker here and moved up to where it's thinner. We could probably go up even a little bit more. So let's go in here. Let's just kind of keep a look right in here. And we'll go up. Let's see, where are those? These here. Hold down Shift. These here. And let's kind of bring those in a little. Give it a little bit nice, smoother shape there. Yeah. But that's, you know, pretty much it. And what we can do, let's go to our box mode here real quick. And let's go to our face mode. And let's select this one and back to our, and let's just kind of bump him out a little bit, give it a little bit more. And we can kind of play around with this if we want. Drag it in just a little. We can also go to our rotate and kind of rotate it around so we get a nice smoother look, right? So there's a lot you can do in there, but we'll just go ahead and say this is pretty good for what we want, and actually that's really not too bad. So let's turn on our ring rail here, and let's go ahead and I think that's good. Let's check our, we should probably do this. So I'm in face mode. So let's go ahead and turn on points, and I'll just select these points here, go to our move and just drag it straight down. And we can kind of go in here. Well, we don't, let's go ahead and lock those ring rails. And we want to maybe bump this closer to our shank, so that it's staying closer to our shank, and go through there and just, so we have a better accurate size, right? And just going through and moving them closer to our shank, so everything's going to be okay as far as our size wise. And we could always do a cut to ring rail if we need be. The yellow one here is for the norm. So whatever the norm is, you can see it's kind of going to the normal of the surface. So it will kind of pull that in right where we want it. And it's selecting them both on both sides, so we should have it, yeah, there we go. Just kind of cleaning it up a little bit. There we go. All right, let's take another look at it, make sure everything's okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and turn off those points. And I think we are pretty much taking care of this one. So, okay, we'll just go back to our smooth mode here. Now we're going to go up into our creation and go to NURBS. Select Clayoo surface to convert to NURBS. That'll be, we want to switch to our entire object there. Hit that and then hit enter. And do we want to delete our original object? No, we'll go ahead and keep it because we can always come back and alter it to different kinds of shapes, put ridges in it, all kind of things, right? So let's go ahead and take, this is our closed poly surface. This is our Clayoo. So we'll just go ahead and take our Clayoo and put it on this peach color here. So we have our poly surface out here, closed poly surface. Let's change that to green. And let's go ahead and just do a little bit more here real quick before we swing that on around. What we're going to do is go ahead and grab, right click on our ring or line command and go from F4 and bring it out, and then just select our green and our line, and we'll just do a trim, and we'll just cut this little piece off here, hit enter, and then get rid of that line. We don't need it anymore. We'll take this, we want to turn off Clayoo. We don't need Clayoo anymore, so we'll turn off Clayoo. We'll select this item here, and we will do a rotate from, well, actually we can do a transform, I think, mirror. So let's do a mirror, and then we'll take it to XY direction, which will put it onto our other side. And we'll take that, right? So we have this out here. And then we'll go ahead and select our ring rail here, maybe. Okay, we'll select our, oh, they're locked. So yeah, so remember, if you can't pick something, check to make sure if it's not. Actually, there was a comment they weren't able to select the surface for flow. That's probably what was it. You locked it, or in order to do some design work on it. So just make sure you always make sure if you can't pick something, it's unlocked. We'll go ahead and go to tools and go to profile placer, and we'll take that profile and we'll drag it down to around here. And of course we want to give it to our other rail, our outside ring rail, and we want to give it a little bit more style, so we're going to bump that out a little bit to 5, and we'll hit enter, and we can always go back and change that, right? And now what we need to do is go to our curves, go down and go to our from object, and we want to duplicate edges, so we'll just kind of go to our front view here, and we'll just kind of select those there. There's one back here we don't want, and we'll just kind of select these here by holding down shift, and that looks okay. Yeah, those are okay. Those are okay. We'll hit enter, and then we will join those together, and we will check to make sure that they're two closed curves. The next thing we did, since we selected those curves and did a dupe, you want to go in and check edit tools, adjust close curve seam, and make sure that they are going to be lining up. Now we can turn on snaps, and we'll just take this and snap it there. And go ahead and click on here and right click to bring it command back, and bring this one around here, and then switch it over to that side. And the last one, we want to just check this one here, right click, and then flip it over to our other side there, right? And then we should be able to do a sweep 1 from here. Or no, we need a sweep 2, sorry, sweep 2, 1, 2, profile, 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 hit enter, and let's turn on some shading here. So yeah, that's cool, I like that. And we'll go ahead and turn all this off, we don't want that. Now I got pink showed up because in my settings I have show backside pink, so this is the wrong side, but it's okay because when we join it together it should all uh, work itself out. So I'm going to right click on that, accept it. We have this surface, and this surface, right? So what we're going to do is take those three surfaces, and we will go ahead and join them together, and we should have a closed poly surface, which we do. Now the last thing you might want to do is go ahead and add an under bezel in there to make sure that the setting's really nice and sturdy. So we'll just slap in an under bezel, and we'll do a little bit of manipulation. Let's go to our wireframe here, and we'll go in here. Let's go to ghosted. Ghost ain't going to cut it. So wireframe it is. And let's see, thickness. 0.8's okay, but I don't like that angle, so I'm going to select that angle there, and I'm going to make it a little more angle in it. And placement, I'm going to drop down just a little bit. Thickness at the top. Everything else looks good, actually, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that, and we'll turn that back on. And now we have a nice little smooth channel set ring, right? And we have a nice little rail there that we can get in there and manipulate very nicely. But you can see Clayoo, like the last one, it really offers a very nice smooth look. It's actually pretty cool, I think. Could probably cleaned up that area a little bit more. But yeah, there you go. So hopefully this will help you in curves, Clayoo creation from two curves. Next one we'll go to loft. I'll think about what we're going to do there for that one. But yeah, that one looks pretty good. I think once it's all polished up and everything, it should be a beautiful little ring. You can put all kinds of stones in it. You could actually even go in and add another little small stone, put a channel set or bright cut stones in there, do some design work, make cutouts, let your imagination go wild. So thanks for watching. If you like the video and it's helpful, please go ahead, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, and tap on that bell for notifications. Good designing.